Okay.
Hey, we are back. We're back. This is the half-voiced edition of Access Granted, the pod stream. Your boy, Mr. Antoine, is here. Yeah, trying to keep the throat clear and make it through this show. I see the guest just popped up.
Don't use it all up.
I see the guest just popped up in the back, so I'm happy about that. But what's going on, everybody, man? Hope everybody had an amazing weekend. My sis Selenia is in the building. How's everything going? She got
everything's going very, very. Oh, I got it out. Lucy Pearl is out today.
I feel like you were inspired by last week's guest.
Well, you know what? Whenever it's my husband's birthday, let me tell you something.
Okay.
So it was the husband's birthday on Thursday, and then we had an event.
Happy birthday, Warrior!
Friday.
Okay.
Yes. And so you do a little something special for your husband.
As you should. As you should.
Yes. And plus, it was time for me to get to cut my hair, so that's what I did.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Gotcha. Happy birthday to the real Warriors, and all of that.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Couple of things real quick. Continue prayers to my sis Kendra. We laid Miss Joyce to rest last Wednesday up in Pennsylvania. Yeah. I drove up for the funeral. That was hard. I had a hard time in church yesterday. I'm not even gonna lie. We would get ready to sing I Shall Wear a Crown as a sermonic selection. Not a good song for me to sing yesterday. It was tough. I think
I'm sure.
All of us.
And then you see her seat in the back.
Yeah, and her seat's still in the back. And, all of that.
Right. Her seat's in the back. And so it is a void. It is a void. I know my mom and Miss Joyce, they really had a friendship there. Yeah. And my mother said she was feeling that one too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of tough.
Yeah, for sure. Mama Joyce is someone special and someone to miss. Unless you was on her bedside.
Unless she was on her bedside. They talked about that at the funeral. No pulling of the punches. She definitely let you know how.
Not at all.
Yeah,
she sure did.
Choice, man.
Yes, indeed.
Shout out to the Ravens, which is the reason my voice is gone. I went to the.
Y'all blaming it on the Ravens.
I went to the most lit tailgate in Baltimore yesterday, and from now on, when I go to Ravens games, that's the crew that I will be hanging out with. Shout out to the crew under the bridge. They had two DJs. They had all you can eat, all you can drink, all free. All free.
Right.
I was done by the time I went into the game, and then the game got lit. And like I said, Nelly performed at halftime. My man Ray Lewis came out and did his dance when Hot in Here went on. Stadium went crazy. It was
crazy, dope. I'm sure.
And most importantly, we snuck out a win. Thank God we have the best kicker in the history of the game, because we definitely needed every bit of Justin Tucker last night. So salute to them.
Right.
As the highlights.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, then, you didn't. Now you skipped all the way to Sunday. You didn't even.
Yeah, I know. I was going back to Friday. I know.
Okay.
Super shout out, because they're actually showing the Ravens highlights right here now, so that was on my brain. But
we can see it.
Oh, you want me to turn it around? No, I'm just.
No.
finish anyway. Nah, but definitely want to give a big shout out and a big thank you to everybody that came out on Friday night. Not the official release, but the first official tasting of our Access Granted Long Island Iced Tea.
It was a soft launch.
Yeah, it was a soft launch.
Yeah.
Thanks to Nina, the original party girl, for hosting the event. Thanks to the consignment shop that hosted the event. My wife went shopping as the event was going on. We came out with some boots.
I know she did.
Yeah, hey, it's an amazing shop. I have to give credit. It's an amazing shop. Yeah, it's right up off of Falls Road. It's a really nice shop. Not too much men's stuff in there, but it's a place that if I'm ever in that area, I will definitely go and stop in just to see what I might be able to come up with. But we got some really amazing reviews on the drinks. The one thing that I do know that I talked to my partner, shout out to Tipsy Fiend, I talked to her about that today. We're going to do away with the black cherry flavor.
That didn't go over well.
No, it went well. People liked it, but because it has a cherry flavored soda in it, by the time she made the drinks earlier in the day and then we got to that night, a lot of the carbonation had kind of settled. Yeah, and it didn't, and we don't have one of these big fancy, factories where we can make this stuff. This is done in her kitchen, and so it would be too much of an adjustment. So we have some other ideas, and we're gonna definitely do another tasting soon. So be on the lookout. But yeah, definitely got some great feedback. Everybody loved the Baltimore half and half. I think that was the popular one. That was the one that went first. So yeah, it really. And then now I don't know if this guy was drunk because there's I can't remember what the name of that restaurant is, but it's a really popular restaurant off of Falls Road, and the consignment shop is right across the street from that restaurant. And him and his crew came over because we had a DJ playing and everything. Shout out to DJ Joe Storm, he did his thing. So they came over to see what was going on, and he already told me he had actually had 4 Long Island iced teas across the street at the dinner. So when he came over, he was talking a lot of business stuff to us, but I don't know if that was the alcohol talking or if he really knew what he was talking about.
Or the for real.
Right. So his friends were next to him and they didn't tell him, like, shut up, you don't know what you're talking about, you're drunk. So maybe it was on up and up, but I have his information and I'm going to contact him soon and might be a possible benefactor, somewhere down the road. So
that'd be good.
What's up with that? But look at God. It was great.
Putting you in places and stations,
Absolutely. Yeah. So yeah, looking forward to it. I definitely think we'll have everything officially launched, bottled, and ready to go by Christmas.
Nice.
That's my hope. So yeah.
Nice. Very nice.
Enough of me. LJS is in the building, but I always want to know what's going on with you and your world.
Well, you know what? It's pretty quiet. Y'all just follow me over there on YouTube at Alenia Renee, and also on Instagram at Alenia_Renee. And don't forget Joy Nook Book Club. We just posted on Saturday, children's book author Cortland Jones, and we discussed his book Hero, which is a really good book for 4th graders and up in regards to bullying. And this will be a 4-part series, and we were blessed enough to be able to do. He actually let us have the exclusive, so the book hasn't even hit Amazon yet. So we had the exclusive on that, and for us to get something like that, that's an honor, and it says a lot about what I am doing on that channel. Absolutely. So you can see us over there on the Joy Nook Book Club podcast on YouTube.
That's what we do. That's what we do. I just realized that last week on this show, I, for some reason, had my settings set to only me. And I was wondering why we weren't getting any Facebook feedback. And so I just curiously went and looked at the settings, and it was there again, which means we would have had another night of no Facebook feedback. So I just changed that, and now I will remember
I'm glad that you checked it.
I will remember to check every week from here on out.
Right.
Can't sit up here. I mean, we're going to watch the replay, but we like to have that live interaction, especially when we got really, dope people on. And
absolutely.
Without further ado, let's bring them up. LJ,
yes.
Yeah.
Who looked like Steph Curry for like 3 seconds when he popped up on screen. I was like, hold up.
He did it on the side.
I wish. That man's a beast. I wish. Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, bro. What's going on, man? How's everything? Are you in New York at the moment?
Yeah. I'm out in Long Island right now, at home currently. But yeah, everything's going pretty well. Just trying to roll with the punches of life. You know what I mean?
Okay, absolutely. So, Alenia and I were trying to figure out how you pronounce the part of New York that you're from.
Okay. Patchogue. Would you? Yeah.
Patchogue.
Yeah. What'd you guys think?
I've heard of Patchogue, but I never even thought that.
Yeah. I know when I used to live in New Hampshire for hockey, and I showed some of my teammates the town name, and some guy said Patchogue. So I don't know what you guys how'd you guys think it was pronounced?
Mine was Patchogue. Patchogue.
Yeah, Patchogue.
I like that one.
And I was like, I've never heard of that part of New York before. So is that upstate? Is that upstate New York?
Long Island. So it's further. Okay. Yeah, it's further out east. I want to say it's probably in the middle, closer to the middle than, like, if you go all the way out east, you got Riverhead and Montauk. Closer west is like Syosset, Long Beach, Queens. But yeah, I'm like smack in the middle.
Gotcha.
You just named about 5 parts of New York that I've never heard of. I think Queens. Queens was the only one that sounded familiar right there.
Yeah.
Getting our geography lesson for today.
Yeah, definitely getting a geography lesson tonight.
A little bit. I'm not the best, so don't quote me on it. But it's something like that.
Got you. How's the hip hop scene where you are, man?
It's cool. It's dope. You got everyone doing their own little thing and stuff. And to be honest, I mainly focus on myself, so I don't really know what else is going on. But I know there's some hip hop shows that go on, and it's just cool to be around, like a nice scenery and stuff from what I see.
Yeah.
Do the styles vary? Do you have like a bunch of people that's doing like stuff, or is it kind of like, because sometimes it's regionalized, and you get one sound that comes from one area, and you don't have too many people that step out of that box, a lot of times, especially if that sound is successful.
Yeah. There's a lot of I don't mean any disrespect when I say this, but there's a lot of rappers try to sound either like Pop Smoke or a Boogie, if that makes sense. Like they try so much to put on like a drill sound, or the A Boogie sound, or like they do like the Lil Uzis, the Playboy Cardis, just like kind of everyone's trying to go mainstream. And it's nice every once in a while you'll find someone trying to do their own thing, trying to stick in their own lane or try something different. But a lot of guys who do drill records are down here. So
are you finding with what you're saying, it seems like, everyone's doing this one thing. How are they receiving you? Because you're different.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't to be honest, I don't really focus on that. Like, I'm not the type of person to drop a song and then, look at my Spotify or look at my Apple Music or look how many views I got. I kind of just I kind of just drop it and see where it goes, see how people take it. I'll have people hit me up like, oh, that was cool. I like what you did there. And I kind of just stick to myself. I'm a very private person. I like to stay in my own lane, and I try not to. I try really hard not to compare myself to others.
Right. Did you see yourself doing this?
No.
Did you see yourself?
No, absolutely not. I gotta say, growing up, I always saw myself playing hockey. That was like my life for about a decade. And after hockey, I was just lost. I had no idea where to go or what to do with my life. And I heard a rap song, and it just kind of just inspired me. Like, all right, you know what? Like, fuck it, let's just start writing and see where it goes.
Mm,
And
wow.
then I would write here and there like little bits, and it was complete shit. It was bad in my eyes, at least. You know, my buddies were like, "Oh, that's pretty cool," and you know, like it kind of just escalated from there.
Right.
I had a tough breakup with a girl. I mean, it wasn't really tough on my end, but she did a lot of shysty shit in the relationship, and
As they all do.
yeah, well, the wrong
Yep.
ones. You know, I always believe the right ones. You'll never
So,
have. You'll
thank
never have that.
you.
You know what I mean? The
Thank
wrong ones will always do that. But yeah, and then after that relationship is kind of what jump started that whole. All right, let's see how far I can really take it.
Right.
Shout out to my man Mo Hammond from Mo Hammond Media checking in. I want to go back to something that you just said. You said that you're kind of like a private person and you don't really do a lot of, putting your stuff out there. Are you afraid that may stagnate your growth at some point, just because you may not be, you may not be promoting yourself, as much as others, and you may not be, networking and making connections. You feel like that may stagnate you?
No, not at all. Like when it comes to music, I have no problem promoting it or putting it out there. I guess private in the sense where it's like my personal life. Like I won't put my personal life out there. I won't make a whole blog on Snapchat or Instagram stories about,
Gotcha.
oh, this is what I'm doing with my day,
Gotcha.
or
Gotcha.
vacation
Right.
to Italy, or
Gotcha.
take me back. You know, like I'm not really that. I've never been that kind of person. I'm not.
Right.
I don't really like to. Like I mean, I got a new car last year, and basically all my friends didn't know about my new car till like 3 months after I got it. And they're like,
Gotcha.
yo, did you just get it? And I'm like, nah, I work, come home, right, sleep, and do it again. You know, it's kind of just, but music wise, I'm all for promoting it. And I try not to get down on myself if nothing comes out of it, just because it's like, I put it out there, I do everything I can do, and whatever happens will happen.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
as you're maturing, your music, I'm sure it's changing in some
Yeah.
aspect than
Yeah.
when you started. How has it changed?
Oh man, I remember when I first started writing, I was like, I was listening to a lot of Eminem when I first started, just because he's always been my favorite rapper. You know what I mean? So I had a lot of rage and
I
a lot of
do.
anger, and it was just like, whoa, hold up. Like as I started growing and
Yeah.
maturing, it was kind of like, that's not somebody who I want to be. I don't want
Right.
to. I'm not an angered or rage filled individual. I kind of like try to see situations for what it is. So I kind of,
Mhm.
as I matured, I guess you could say, is like it changed in the fact of really trying to open everyone's eye to what's really going on, or like try to see it from a different angle, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
We laughed when you mentioned Eminem because
Yeah.
you said she listened to the song. That's who you kind of reminded of.
Yeah.
I said his cadence, the
Yeah.
chorus, and how you take a word and it can mean more than just that one thing. So
Oh yeah.
and that's what I meant.
Yeah. No worries at all. See, I remember when I first started, I used to take offense to that, and as as I matured, it was kind of like, a lot of people would be like, oh, I can hear a little bit of Eminem, and I used to be like, no, I don't want to sound like Eminem, like I don't want to be another Stan and stuff. And then as I matured, I kind of realized, like, all right, you know what, like he's my inspiration, so there's gonna be times where it sounds similar, but like that's
Mhm.
okay because I'm trying my hardest not to sound like him because that's his style, and
Right.
I believe in the old school ways where everyone should have their own style, their own unique
Mhm.
sound, their own way of making it. I don't believe in biting off somebody else to get a piece of the pie, if that makes sense.
Right. Right.
Absolutely. And it's kind of like, my favorite basketball player of all time, Kobe Bryant.
Oh,
If you ever watched him play, there was
oh,
so much Michael Jordan in his game because Michael
oh
Jordan
man.
was a player that he basically, emulated and learned from, and he would always, pick Michael Jordan's brain. So a
Hmm.
lot of times there's even videos on YouTube where you can watch Kobe Bryant and
Yeah,
Michael Jordan, and it looks like they're practically one and the same. You know what
I
I'm
know what
saying?
you're talking about. Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw that the other day actually, where I think one of the scenes of the video was the fadeaway between Michael
Yeah,
and Kobe,
yeah,
and it was going back and forth, and that was
yeah,
like an insane video.
yeah. So I'm saying that to say, of course, I mean, first of all, and let's just keep it real. The fact that you rap, most people are going to look at you and think Eminem
Yeah,
automatically, just because.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
For
without a
the
doubt.
obvious reasons, but I like the fact that you're doing everything that you possibly can to separate, yourself from that stigma, so to speak. And I don't know if stigma is the
Yeah,
right word, but you understand what I'm saying. And
yeah,
then at the
100%.
same at the same time, still understanding the fact that it's okay if they're mentioning, your name in the same sentence with him.
Right.
Yeah,
As long as it's not always, oh, he just sounds
Dangling.
like Eminem because of the color of his skin and such and such and such and
yeah,
such.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's what I hate when that happens, and it happens a lot in hip hop when, artists that aren't black start rapping. It's
yeah.
automatically gold. And to me, I don't think Eminem was the first white MC that ever
Yeah.
picked up a microphone. I think he
No.
just was the one that kind of,
Oh
exploded
yeah.
and went to the level that he did. So it's kind of almost like unfair, to you guys that have come after him, because it's always going to be that comparison, no matter what. And it's
Mhm.
sad because it really doesn't have to be that way. And we got a lot of people choose, hey, Monica Cooper.
Yay. Oh, Prince.
Oh shit. I like that
Absolutely.
comment. Yeah.
Prince is
Absolutely.
my
I think that's my man Mo. Yeah, that's my man Mo Hammond again. And definitely Mo, everybody.
But you know what? He has a point.
Hey,
Because,
mama. That's my
oh,
man.
hey, Mom.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But he has. I think the author that wrote that Facebook post, when they said that any genius, it comes from somewhere. Yes, from Prince to Kobe. Because think about it, you had to have someone that you wanted to be like,
Mhm.
and then once you get that desire, then your experiences, your knowledge, your know-how, what your desire is for your life, all of that comes out in your artistry, I believe. So
Mhm.
like you were saying, now do you want everybody to call you LJS, or what can we call you?
Um. I
LJ?
mean, yeah. That's perfect.
L
That's always been my nickname growing up. Yeah,
What what
LJ.
does
L
what does the L stand for?
All right. So I never wanted to sound like a new school rapper, just because I always believed in the old school kind of way. But growing up, I was always Little Joe because my
Okay.
dad's name was Joe as well. So I was always called Little Joe or LJ. So I kind of just mixed my my nickname growing up with that. But I didn't want the Lil in front of it, so I kind
Right.
of just
Of course.
put the
Thank you.
initials.
Thank you for
Yeah,
not putting little in front of
yeah, yeah. I didn't want to be like, because I see nowadays all the new school, like the Lils, are just microwave rappers. They'll come
it.
out with 2 songs, get as much money as possible, and then they're gone. You have no
right,
idea where they went or what's going on with them. So it's kind of just I didn't want that. I wanted to be taken more seriously, if that makes sense.
right,
And
right.
I didn't find out. We actually were wondering from the beginning what the LJS stood for. And then you sent me a friend request on Facebook earlier.
Yeah,
I was like, okay, that's the JS, but I was wondering what the L was from. So
yeah, yeah,
Little Joe.
yeah.
So I'm always interested in hearing about different MCs and their writing styles.
Mm.
So like I always tell people, man, I would love to be the fly on the wall when artists are in the studio and just watch that process.
Yeah.
So with that being said,
I
I
Oh
was just
yeah,
gonna say, tell
actually,
us a little bit about your process and how you write.
yeah. I actually don't write in the studio. I like to when I write, I like to experience different things, if that makes sense. Like if I know I'm gonna write a song about how I feel, I guess, sad one day,
Mm-hmm.
um, I kind of like wait for that day to come, and if it doesn't come within like 2 or 3 days, I kind of just sit by myself and really like think of all the sad shit that has happened, and kind of just get in my feels a little bit, or watch something that makes me sad or whatever, and um, kind of just do it like that. And a lot of times I'll write a verse and I'll ignore the verse for like two to like 5 days. I won't touch the verse. I won't look at it. I won't hear the beat. I won't do anything. I'll just live my life a little bit, and I'll go back to it. And if I like it, then that's what I'm gonna say when I record. If I don't like it, if I have any second thoughts about anything, I'll either change the entire verse or fix up a line or two to just try to make it run smoother.
Right.
So at that point, because you're writing away from the studio, do you have like, are you rapping over beats? Are you writing to a beat, or
yeah,
not? Okay, you're writing to a beat. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes it's acapella. Sometimes I'll just think of a random melody in my head, or like random percussion sounds in my head, and I'll just write to that. Or I work in construction, so sometimes I'll hear people like hit hammers, and I'll kind of use that as a hi-hat, and I'll just like, all right,
Wow.
and just try to like figure something out. But yeah, for the most part, I'll have whoever I'm working with. I'll make sure they're okay with it. They can put their tag in it just to, just in case they don't trust me. Just send the beat over and really just try to write to it. And then if I don't have the beat, then I'll try to remember the beat or remember the tempo of it and try to like come up with something in that aspect.
Jeez. I would love to watch that. Because me as a person who has absolutely no rapping skills whatsoever, and probably would be very nursery rhymish if I did ever write a rap.
Everyone's got to start somewhere,
Right.
I feel like singers and rappers, you guys, and producers are like just mad scientists. Like, you guys are from another planet when it comes to just being able to. Because, like, how can you, I just always say to myself, an entire album, like, we're talking like 13, 14, 15 songs sometimes.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah. Oh, and, yeah, without a doubt.
I could write about some of the stuff that I go through, but then it's like, okay,
Is that really a song, right?
Yeah. And then after that, look, after all I write about everything I've been through. Now, after those 2 songs are over, what I'm gonna do for the other 15 or 20 songs. So, man, I salute everybody, man. It just has that creativity to be able to. I think that's why I do this, because I can't do that.
And there's nothing wrong with that too. You know what I mean? Everyone has their own path.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You have like a group of producers up in your area that you work with?
So right now it's just been the same person that produced my newest EP, Audio Psychosis, and my last 3 singles. But I've been talking to a few more here and there. They hit me up on Instagram here and there wanting to work. So I've kind of just like, I'm kind of like experimenting with different people and see how the vibe is with certain people. But for the most part, it's been Be Divine.
Right. Okay. What seems to be, in your opinion, I would say the most challenging thing about rapping and working with a producer?
Oh wow, I never even thought about this. I don't know. I guess I gotta say. I guess I gotta say like finishing up the song to see if our ideas match and stuff. I mean, it's been really smooth with B. It's kind of just like, he'll let me do my own thing. He'll let me take it my own way. So working with him was kind of simple and smooth. I guess I don't have the experience with other people to really know what it's like to have any challenges. But I guess the most challenging part about this is posting on Instagram and stuff, and like knowing what to post and when to post. Just because I'm not a big social media head, so I don't, I'm not one to just post everything or post it nonstop and stuff. So I guess that's probably the most challenging is like the social media, trying to keep up with it.
Gotcha.
And dealing with all of the stuff that you see on social media.
Yeah, it's a wormhole. It's a wormhole.
Oh yeah, don't get banned like Kanye.
I'll try my hardest.
Kanye been kicked off. He been kicked off
really?
Instagram and Twitter.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say the verbiage that he used, but there's certain words referring to certain groups of people.
Oh God.
And certain words that you can't use that.
You can't.
ever can you. LJ, if you get a chance, go and look and see why he got kicked off, bro. I'm like, what are you thinking about?
Yeah.
What are you thinking, bro? Somebody has to start sitting next to Kanye and
but he doesn't listen to anyone
and proofread before they hit the send button.
Yeah, he doesn't listen to anyone because he feels that he can say those things, that he has the right, free speech to say those things. So again, he got banned. Guess he can't say it now.
I don't know. I'm not even gonna go on my Kanye rant because that would take up the remainder of the show. And gosh, you shouldn't even have got me thinking about that.
Okay, so let me go to my next question that I have. Okay, so I hear you talking about that you went from playing hockey to rapping, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why did you choose rapping instead of singing?
Well, the main reason is, I try to sing in the shower like everyone does. And, if my shampoo and conditioner bottles had arms, they'd throw tomatoes at me within a split second. So that's one of the reasons. I'm not really a singer.
Right.
I never really thought I had the voice, but, I don't know. It was like, I would just like write stuff down, about how I was feeling or if it affected me. And I found it easier to rhyme. But I don't know. I never really thought about it like that. Like, because I love alternative music. I love all kinds of music, and I'll belt out to Adele sometimes. And thankfully, my windows are closed in my car because people will be telling me to shut the fuck up. But
I saw the list of artists that you're influenced by in your bio, man. You definitely have a nice eclectic. list.
I like to try to add everything into it. I don't think. Because I always thought rap doesn't have to be subsidized to just like, I don't know. It's everyone's experience, Like I'll hear a lot of different rappers talk about a lot of different things, and it's just music in general. Whereas music is its own language, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. It makes complete sense. See, I was helping you out, Antoine. So now your thoughts should be going in a different direction.
I feel it starting to kind of go away again. So that would be the perfect time to talk about verbal psychosis.
Yeah.
Play this video. Tell us a little bit about this and then introduce this song, man.
Oh man. So this was one of the first songs I ever wrote, to be honest. This was because I've only been rhyming and rapping for 2.5, almost 3 years now. So I'm still a rookie. But this is one of the first songs I ever wrote, and to start it off, I listened to Beware by Big Pun, and I liked the beat. So I heard the instrumental, and I wrote this entire song to the instrumental, and I showed it to my producer, and he kind of made up a beat. But yeah, this is kind of just me, I guess, my first attempt at taking a shot at this whole rapper thing.
Which explains why you mentioned Big Pun in the song.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, without a doubt.
All right, man. So let's get into this verbal psychosis video. Give me about 3 minutes to try to get my voice back right, and we'll be back.
and look, that's all you got.
Hold on, let me get it up right first. All right, there we go.
Yo. LJS, listen, I could be the new school Big Pun, but don't weigh a ton. Now whose dude is this that think mumble rap's fun? Shit's dumb, y'all bums getting in the stupid do. Sing junk, then you loot, you a crook. See, I forgot the rest, but put us to the test. Toe to toe, I'll rap you out of fucking breath. You smoke the cess, well, I'll rock with death. Create a list of all the rappers that gotta go, then go and get possessed. Here's a tip, like a waitress or a prostitute. Y'all can choose option A or B, either way y'all lose. When I kick it with the lyrics, the lyrical lyricist can't mirror this, sick of this, syphilis is spiritless, lost his innocence, rap so villainous, damn it, are you guys even fucking hearing this? Are you listening? Well, listening and just stay tuned, the whole story of LJS is now en route, as I enter the booth and introduce my issues, as a youth, youth, I begin to choose the abuse of school, cause I wasn't as cool or as smooth with all the ladies. Maybe it's cause I was lazy, I don't know, my memory's kinda hazy, but I've been going crazy daily, not even Superman can fucking save me. But my brain may seize due to all the concussions I've endured. Got a cold heart that was once so pure, but rapping is the cure. It allows me to metaphorically choke out a whore without her vocal cords, so she won't talk back. But all my past relationships, I won't call back. I fucking fall back everything, and now I gotta fall back. Hope it's soon enough I'll get a call back just to chat. But see, it's cool if it doesn't happen. I'ma stick with rapping till it's my time. I'ma take every fucking action. Rapping different factions, roast everybody, call them out for slacking, cause they be lacking in their bars, think they crying, having acting. Now I'm really laughing, cause all you faggots thought I had no talent. You fucking rats, and I'm a falcon. I'll lead y'all purpose, not just accept this. You being better than me is like saying hell and hell is good at how to see. But I'm feeling more edgy than no bitch when he put the gat up to Bachelor G in Goodfellas. I used to be jealous cause I wanted Isabella, but now my mom's deep with the quiet storm. Get your umbrellas out, prepare for the rain and the pain I'm going to display. With so much hate and everything that I say goes at the fake stakes. I'll take a razor blade, slice off a piece of your face, cause deep down I'm a menace. Dennis's apprentice that'll creep through any crevice to terrorize each and every one of the tenants that are perfect, thinking they ain't got a single blemish. Now wait a second, cause it's Satan's record. But I use my words as weapons. Fuck all the people that I've dealt with in the past. Y'all can suck dick, eat shit, then kiss my ass. After that, y'all can get slashed hard enough to make a gash. Cross your nose, eyes and mouth. Gotta close, mind and mouth, cause hoes lying down the words that are so wise and loud. But I'll have a slow rising mound to the top like the Han Dynasty. No signs of power. Big pun inspired me as well as them. They taught me how to come up off the bench and be more confident than I've ever been. Y'all would never win if I can't break myself down. What makes y'all think that you ever can? Even with the clever plan, my foot in your face, meaning I'm a step ahead, but I'm off this. My mind, I've lost it. Y'all should try to heal from the soreness in your clitoris, you fucking pussies.
So I'm gonna tell you two things that I take from that. First of all, we need to work on getting you a Calvin Klein deal. As I'm looking at that, I was like, okay, we got the. I feel like your wordplay and some of the way that you put your lyrics together. You're saying that this is your first, like this is one of your first joints. Like I feel like you're a little ahead of the game. You're a little ahead of the game. I can tell you study. I can tell you.
Oh yeah. I study a lot of people, and not just rap too. It's just I love music and how people put words together. But you know, I studied a lot of Eminem when I first started. A lot of Big Pun, and then a few months ago I was studying like Hopsin or NF, and just how they connected each verse to the hook, or what they would say to kind of describe stuff, and how they would take a second to really get descriptive about certain things to make the song more visual to other people that aren't really like thinkers, I guess you could say.
Yeah. See, I told you his cadence.
Yeah.
And his wordplay, yes. And it's okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, not.
Yeah.
The difference is even if your wordplay or your cadence is familiar with Eminem, the underline is that you're not angry. You're not coming from a place of hurt. Where he was coming from a place of hurt. So, and that's what made
you don't want to kill your mom and all of that kind of stuff, right?
No, I'm a mama's boy at heart. I'm a mama's boy at heart. I'm not even gonna lie.
Now,
but I do have a question.
Hold on. Hold your question. Put a pen right there, because I gotta put this comment up. Shout out to Selena Polk. She's a movie writer, director, producer, all of that.
That would be awesome. Thank you very much for that comment.
She says, if he's interested.
Without a doubt, 100%.
Look at that. Love it.
100%. Thank you very much.
And it's a different sound.
How you doing?
Absolutely. So, Selena, I'll be connecting you guys.
Thank you very much.
Y'all do what y'all do.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's what our purpose is.
That's what
Yeah.
the purpose is. Absolutely.
That's
Thank you. Thank you.
I do have two questions.
Huh? Go ahead.
Number one, the first question is, who was that lurking in the back?
So that was my producer, B Divine. We thought it'd make it look like an extra kind of creepy and stuff. You know what I mean? Like give it that kind of vibe and stuff. And yeah, we thought it'd be cool. And actually, the video was shot. That's where me and my friends would hang out when I was growing up. So like
Nice.
back when I was younger, there's always this basketball court right across from the little house, and you know, me and my friends would always hang out there and trying to find a location for the video. I wanted to do Kings Park insane asylum, like a abandoned insane asylum, but my producer's like everybody does that. So try to think of something else that, you know, gives off that vibe, or like something different, that something that explains you. And I kind of just remembered that one little spot. I think they do haunted houses around October, like around Halloween and stuff over there.
Right.
But
right.
immediately that was one of the first spots that came to mind.
He was lurking in the background like he was at the haunted house practice right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, as soon as I get him on that air, I'm going to find out who was lurking.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and then my second question is, now I know this is your first, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But what is your purpose? What is the purpose behind your music? Your rap?
So when I first started, I wasn't really sure what my purpose was.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely by maturing and growing, I want to be that person that could, like, you know, give an outlet to kids that are like me, that find themselves confused or overthink a lot, you know, just like when they're stuck in a bad place, they don't really know what to do. Like, I know for me, for instance, I have a great support system, but I know when I'm having like a really, really bad time, I don't use it because I feel like I'm alone. So my purpose, I guess, is to make those kids feel like they're not alone. Like everyone experiences this, and you know, because that spot can be so tough. You know, like before. I mean, I'm in therapy now, but before therapy, I was a mess. I had no idea what I was gonna do or what was going on or what my future had for me, and you know, so just to try to give those kids, like, I guess, a beam of light to follow, or like that little glimpse of hope, that would make my dream come true.
Nice, very nice.
That comment really stung. You said that you didn't use your support system because you felt like you were alone.
Yeah.
Can you expound on that a little bit?
Oh yeah. Like, I know when I was playing hockey, I thought like I said when I first came on, I thought hockey was the end goal. I always thought like that was gonna be my purpose. And you know, in the song I had mentioned about concussions, and I had about 5 or 6 concussions in a 5-year span. So it was like just nonstop getting injured. And my last concussion really put me out for like 6 months or 4 months. And I was in a neck brace for about a month. And I got fucked up. And you know, after that, I fell into a big depressive state. I was suicidal. You know, I had attempted it. Thankfully I failed at it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But yeah, I felt so alone. You know, I knew I always had my mom and dad and, you know, my friends, and I just felt so alone to where I wasn't comfortable talking about it until a few years after, when I joined therapy and stuff. Like that's the main reason that got me into therapy, you know, because that wasn't healthy for me at all.
Right.
I don't know if you failed at it. I just think it wasn't your time.
No, that's what I believe too.
Yeah, and I think it was meant for you to be here, to be this inspiration that you're trying to be now, man. So thank you for sharing that. I love when people come up.
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean, over and above all, I'm a private person, but I'm like, I'm a very open person about things I go through, if that makes sense. Because I believe if anybody has any reason to judge, then they don't deserve to be in my life, if that makes sense. Like, you know, I don't think it's right for anybody to talk about their stuff and be open and vulnerable to people and feel judged. I just don't. I don't like seeing that in people.
Right. Well, what they say, with vulnerability comes courage, and you have a lot of courage. And I
Thank
think,
you very much.
and that's another thing that I heard in your rapping
Thank you. I
is the
appreciate that.
courage. Hmm. Yep, it's the courage. This is
Would you ever
good.
take? Would you ever like take the opportunity to go around and talk to young people about?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, because it's tough, you know, like that high school, that age when you're in high school, and even the transition from high school to college or high school to the real world is just like it's just extremely tough, you know, like
Hmm.
because I'm only 21 right now, and I have no idea what the rest of my life holds. You know what I mean?
Right,
So it's kind of
right.
like, and that's okay. I realize that's okay, you know, because
Yeah.
I would talk to my dad about it, and he was like, "Dude, I had you when I was your age, you know. So
Mm.
like,
Yeah.
how do you think I feel? You know?" And it's kind of just like it's okay. It's okay to be unsure of
Yeah.
where you're going with life. It's okay to feel a little lost because I came out with a song, "A Better Tomorrow," and one of the ending lines of the third verse, you know, I said, "If you never got lost, then your path wouldn't be found." So
Yeah.
I'm a strong believer in, you know, if you're never lost in life, then you'll never find the path you're supposed to be on.
Right. Right. And uncertainty is part of life.
Hmm.
Everything is not certain. And when
No.
people think they have to be sure about everything, who's to say that you're supposed to be sure about everything?
Yeah.
It's okay not to be sure, and find out as you go along, because what you think you may do, or like you thought hockey was it, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I
You
thought
never
it was
saw
gonna be.
yourself, right? So if you went with hockey, if you tried to push it even after that last time,
Hmm.
imagine, would you really be able to write? Would you be able to rap? Would you be able to speak? Would you be able to walk? Like, there's just so
Yeah.
much. So you did what was best at that time, which
Hmm.
was the most uncertain thing you could have done. And
Oh
look at
man.
you.
Yeah. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Yeah. Shout out to Selena. She's saying "Sing It" and "Rap It," and I think she's referring to the song "A Better Tomorrow." And as soon as you said that and you told me why you created that song, I went and looked. And is this the song on YouTube?
Yes, it should be me. It should be a picture of me and my mom and dad's room when it got burnt down. So
Yep.
yeah, a little
Yep.
backstory of the song. Right, I think it was like, I want to say it was a week after I recorded it. Me and my producer were trying to like figure out what we're gonna do for the cover, and
Hmm.
a week after, my house caught on fire. I'm currently in a like little mobile home right now,
Mm.
just because it's still being worked on. But that was back in May, and I was really happy. Like, I was upset that the house caught on fire, you know. But it was, as fucked up as it is, it was perfect timing because the
Hmm.
song is about a better tomorrow. It's about
Right.
hope, and it's supposed to bring hope to those who feel like there is none, if that makes sense. So
Right.
that's kind of like what the song is based around.
Right.
Hmm. All right. I'm trying to let this commercial finish.
Yeah, yeah, no worries.
YouTube commercial. Because as soon as you mentioned that song and the title, I went and pulled this up and I said I want to listen to this and see how this is. So let's get into.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely, man. You got to go through a lot to play a video on this show.
Big.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Next time I'm gonna start singing "Somewhere Over the Rainbow."
How the fucking mind supposed to survive a time when guys are too quick to pulling out a nine, thinking it'll solve every problem they get, to drinking a bottle when they drive or even smoke just to catch a vibe, getting high just to get by when they get depressed, upsets in your eye, you cry when getting too stressed, you give and you try, but why when life tends to get the best of a mind without a rhyme or reason to put us to the test? But I can understand it. Been on the roller coaster, shit had me up in a panic. I've been just like the planet, going crazy and always acting manic, hating every situation without seeing the entire panoramic. You, who would've knew it started from within? Had a few patients, but they were wearing thin. Suicidal thoughts had me trapped up in the pen until I gathered them up and released it all with this pen. But the light will shine for a better tomorrow. So don't sit and paddle, wash away in your sorrows. All you gotta do is learn how to ride. You never finish the journey if you don't try. The light will shine for a better tomorrow. So don't sit and paddle, wash away in your sorrows. All you gotta do is learn how to ride. You never finish the journey if you don't try. Now you see life is hard and filled with many challenges, but it's our self-talk that does the most damages. What we say about ourselves really does matter, and if you keep it the false speech, your self-esteem will shatter. So our thoughts through the soul, and wisdom makes us old. The words we use is what we usually behold. I chisel my stone when I'm alone. I think I'm a piece of shit, but my friends always thought of me as gold. Never able to see cause my vision was impaired. I'm talking of words I felt like no one was ever there. Even when they were, this feeling I heard had me in the air, just to throw me down into this pit of despair. But deep down I know this won't be everlasting. My head is one big soul contraption. As I'm grabbing the key, I'm only asking to reach. Jesus gasping to breathe, just to act in my lead. Cause the light will shine for a better tomorrow. So don't sit and paddle, wash away in your sorrows. All you gotta do is learn how to ride. You never finish the journey if you don't try. The light will shine for a better tomorrow. So don't sit and paddle, wash away in your sorrows. All you gotta do is learn how to ride. You never finish the journey if you don't try. Some say love is the strongest drug of them all, but I believe it's our beliefs that could make us fall. Cause it's those negative thoughts that toss us in the halls within closing walls just to make us feel so small against our demons, even though the light keeps us seeping through the cracks, beaming on your back when you're feeling weak on the weekend. Embrace the light when you're weak and hope fades away. How can a tree grow when it lays in the shade? Pain stays for days cause it rains and it pours just a little more till you suffocate. Then it breaks your restraint cause you're sick of feeling down. Days from the angst as you get up off the ground. After being shoved, there's finally your chance to take your rounds. So make your rounds after your leaps and bounds. Do not allow another clown to ever doubt a word that's coming out your mouth. But if you never got lost, your path wouldn't be found. I'm saying the light will shine for a better tomorrow. So don't sit and paddle, wash away in your sorrows. All you gotta do is learn how to ride. You never finish the journey if you don't try. The light will shine for a better tomorrow. So don't sit and paddle, wash away in your sorrows. All you gotta do is learn how to ride. You never finish the journey if you don't try.
I think the people have spoken.
Yes.
Yo, shout out to my man, Your Dad Black. That's a hip hop artist here in Baltimore, man. Real fire MC, and he's loving it.
Thank you, my man.
Yeah, man.
Nice.
First of all, the beat fire.
Yeah, I loved actually the first verse. Half of the first verse was like a freestyle almost, because like immediately when he played it, I was like, all right, yeah, like it was just immediately like, this is not a rage-filled song. I immediately thought like a real song, just a song about some real shit, so people could just try to open up their eyes and their mind about. But but yeah, I loved the beat the second I heard it.
Yeah. So you just did your Jay-Z thing and just started.
a little bit. I gotta work on my freestyles. I gotta sharpen that sword a little
bit. Yeah, that's something that 10, 15, 20 years from now, you're still going to be saying the same thing. But as long as you keep working on it, and as long as you, as you just said, continue to sharpen that sword, it'll start coming easy to you.
Yeah.
And I love the message in the song. I love the hook. The hook is fire.
Thank you.
And you saw all of the messages that was popping up.
I wanna say thank you to everyone who was commenting in the chat and stuff. Man, thank you. I appreciate that.
Stacey Rose is a singer. I'm always trying to get her to collab with somebody. So, if you need somebody singing,
without a doubt. Shit, I can't sing, so I might need a singer.
She's amazing, man. She's probably gonna kill me for saying this, but she's one of my favorite singers here from this area. And I have a segment that we do each week called Acapellas and Acoustics. I would love to have you if you want to come on and rock out. But I'll send you the link of Stacey, and her
100%.
voice is it's beyond ridiculous. How she has that Lauryn Hill kind of a rasp in her voice.
Oh,
Sets her apart from so So,
Oh, that is all. Honestly, that's one of my favorite kind of voices. Is that raspy but like nice raspy voice is just.
yeah.
It always like, I don't know. I always enjoyed hearing it.
Shout out to Monica Cooper. Monica Cooper. I gotta see.
Thank you,
I'm
Monica.
feeling this artist.
Thank you very much.
Look at you. You are popular.
A little bit.
That name, look, the name sounds familiar, so I'm going to try to see who Monica is, and she has Marilyn Mosby as her profile picture, so maybe Marilyn Mosby is watching. I don't know. Yeah, man. So, the project, is there something like coming up like soon, or are we still in, the previous joint?
Still kind of pushing the EP and stuff, letting it like ride out for a little bit, and kind of just seeing where it goes.
Okay.
But it also gives me the time to work on some singles. I know some people hit me up for some features, so I'm kind of in the process of writing some singles, some features. But it's mainly always writing. You know what I mean? I'm always trying to write, trying to think of different songs or what my next move is. But at the moment, it's mainly focused on this one.
Okay. And since you said you do construction, I know you always hearing different stuff. So that creative juice is probably always going while you at work. That's
flowing.
Yeah. Most of the time, I mean, sometimes it's just like a regular day where I just like there's times where I just separate myself from music. I won't work on music for like a few days just to kind of like clear my head and clear my creativity and just let it like take a little rest for a little bit, and then a few days after, it'll just be right back on to where it's just like nonstop. Because I always believed in it. I always believed in a balance to where because when I first started, I would always try to do it 24/7, and I would get so overwhelmed, and I'd feel like I'd be pushing a corner, and I get so like on edge for no reason, and that's just because I couldn't think of anything. So I kind of so now I just kind of like take a little break here and there just to recuperate, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it definitely makes sense. Sense. I have to take a break from Melania every now and then because love you, sis.
As you can see, I didn't take that personal.
Yeah, okay. Man, this has been great. This has been a pleasure talking to you, bro. Like,
man, the pleasure's all mine.
Yeah, I thank you, man. I truly appreciate the fact that you came up here and were willing to be transparent and to share some of that stuff. And thank you for promoting therapy because it's something that I really believe is
yeah, man. Yeah. I believe my ideas on therapy is, it only works if you want it to. I don't believe in forcing anybody to therapy. But, I encourage people that think about going to go just because, it's the worst that's going to happen is you'll be the same. The best is you'll be a different person in a better way.
Right.
Yeah, and you're that black. He's making a really good point right here. Sometimes you will get writer's block if you try to force it. So you got to just let it flow and pull away from it.
Yep, let it flow.
Yeah. I definitely understand that. That's a great point. Shout out to my man Black. But let everybody know, man, how they can follow you. Social media. I know that you don't get on and say, follow me on SoundCloud. And I want you to do all of that stuff that you said you don't do at the beginning of the show.
100%. You can find me on Instagram. I think it's LJS Official. Facebook's just my regular name, Joseph Stacy's. That's STASYS. And I think my Twitter is LJS Official 1. I'm not really on Twitter that much, but Instagram and Facebook is normally my go-to.
Yeah,
okay.
We all hate.
Anyway.
Shout out to my man. Mo Hammond again for do this show, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate everybody, man. You've gotten some great feedback, bro.
You have.
Thank you.
Selena had to pop off. I know she has a movie in the works now that's going to be coming out probably sometime in the early part of 2023, and I think that's what she was
that's awesome.
When she said that she would like to get you, to maybe do something on the soundtrack. That would be amazing. So I'll definitely I'll make a connection with you tonight. And man, we're gonna talk off air, at another real soon because I definitely would love to have you back to do one of the acapella segments. And
100%.
I'll send you a couple of those just so that you can see, how those go. It's real 15, 20 minutes, we in and out. So looking
Oh,
forward.
that's awesome. Yeah, man. Thank you. Thank you guys again for allowing me to speak. You know what I mean? Thank you. I appreciate everything.
Absolutely. The pleasure was ours, man. And shout out to my girl MJ Savino,
Yeah,
the greatest publicist ever.
Yeah, she's.
Hey, Alenia, our guest next week isn't an MJ person.
Really?
Yo, MJ keeps the calendar full, man.
She
and
does.
I definitely appreciate the relationship that she and I had, man. So it's always a pleasure when I can bring, one of her clients on here, man. So appreciate you, bro. Patchogue. Was that it? Patchogue.
What is it?
The city. Patchogue.
Oh, Patchogue. Yeah.
Patchogue. Bam.
Oh,
Patchogue.
What am I saying?
Yeah. All right, bro. We appreciate you, man. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you.
Definitely looking forward to talking with you some more, my man.
100%. Thank you very much. Have a great night, guys.
All right, you too.
Yeah,
that was good. You did good. You did good.
I made it, Mama.
Yeah, I was like, if he don't post it in the private chat so I can help him out. Because you were trying to get that name out, and I'm like, I don't know who you're talking about, so I can't even say it. And I was about to tell you to type it in the private chat, and then I would have said it.
I'd be forgetting about that private chat half the time. I see the button sitting there, but I don't even be thinking about it the majority of the time.
That's your go-to, so that
you're right. You're right.
Have moments like that.
You're right. I'll keep that in mind. Yo, shout out to Stacy. Shout out to my man Mo. Shout out to Yvette. Shout out to Selena. I saw my girl T Quest on earlier. Appreciate all of the love, man. Thank you guys. Thank you for the support. What do I want to say before I go?
He needs some honey tea, honey, hot water, honey, and lemon.
I might need one of these real Long Islands. But again, shout out to my sister Tipsy Fiend, man. Again, thanks to everybody that came out on Friday for the tasting. The signature Long Island iced tea will be coming very, 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 very soon. Very, 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 very soon. I promise you. Stacy gonna say. She said, "Don't be doing a link like that."
Thank you.
That's my co-host squad. Hey, you that. I appreciate that, bro. You gotta come holler at me, man. I got something for you, bro. You gotta come holler at me. Let's connect. Let's connect after the show in the instant message joints, man. But with that being said, I'm tired of talking for the night. Appreciate everybody.
Yes.
I have an amazing acapella and acoustic cipher coming up this week. My man Jay Royale, my man D Skills, a guy called Myclopedia, MIC Clopedia, and a guy named Trey. They did an amazing cipher for me, so I got to edit that up, and I'll be dropping that this week.
Nice.
Because they all, along with a bunch of other artists, they have a really huge show coming up in October, and they wanted to use that platform to promote the show. And very good. Looking forward to that. And that's it, man. Again, appreciate everybody for tuning in. We love you guys. Thank you so much. Remember to head on over to YouTube and check out everything that Alenia has going on. I'm going to go watch the Joy Nook thing that you said you just posted about the bullying.
Joy Nook Book Club. Yep, it's right on up there as soon as you go into it. So you'll see a Joy Nook Book Club podcast on YouTube.
She got the interview before the book touched Amazon.
Yep, before it hit Amazon.
That's how we do. We get the exclusive. That's what we do.
Y'all better watch out. We're doing things.
All right, man. I love you, sis. I appreciate you.
All right, thank you.
Guys, next week, the Stewart brothers. The Stewart brothers will be here next week. You know the Stewart brothers.
Are you serious?
The finger and the keyboard will be here next week. It's gonna be lit. I'm gonna get him to sing. I might tell him to have his organ there with him, and the Stewart brothers
That's gonna be a good one.
Building next week.
That for the Baltimoreans,
You know,
AMEs, you need
you
to
know
pay
we've known them.
early.
You know we've known them since they was like yay.
Yes, I
And
know Mama.
off the chain, the chain. So definitely looking forward to next week's show, man. Y'all be here. Y'all be here. We love you guys. We'll see you.
Love you.
Stay safe.
All right, bye.